Well, good afternoon from the Tszyu Boxing Academy, and it's a bit of a privilege and to be back in this building, and sitting with me is my special guest for the day, the undisputed champion of the world, Kostya. Welcome back.
Great to be here.
We look around this room, mate, and I look at the posters and it just floods back the memories of some of the fights. And yesterday we laughed about the amount of sweat that went into this mat that we're sitting on.
Most important, same smell.
Same smell.
Yes. I'm not saying stinky.
No.
I'm just a special smell.
Yeah. And it's been 3 years since you were here last.
Yes.
But for the Australian fans, it's been 13 years since you went back to Russia. It's a long time, mate. Tell us about life at home in Russia for you today.
Very, very different than what's here. My lifestyle is changed. My first few years in Russia were crazy. I stayed in a hotel. Now I have home. I've got family.
Yes.
I've got new kids.
And I know, because we talk often, that life in Russia for you today is just a roller coaster, busy, and you travel more than any person I know in the world. And this, coming back to Australia, that's part of the chore, isn't it? It's something like 30 hours for you to get here.
It's a huge pleasure for me to be here. Many reasons why I'm here. One of them because announcement for team's next fight, opportunity to spend time with team, give him some little tips and little lessons, which gonna help him in his career.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been him close.
Yeah. We've sort of together managed his career by remote, haven't we? We've talked everything through, and I mean, I was always conscious of taking on that role in your absence, managing him through his career, and sort of tried to act like in a fatherly position just to make sure that he was always well looked after, knowing that I could pick up the phone and have that chat with you anytime about anything. But to date, mate, 14-0. He's going along beautifully, coming along at a nice pace. I guess the question a lot of people would ask is, in your absence, what do you think so far of your son's career?
In one word, I'm happy.
Yep.
The way he's progressing, the way he's improving himself, no rush. I don't want to think that he's already ready for everything. He's not.
I agree
very,
with you.
very soon he will be.
Yes, it's coming along.
He need to have at least couple hard, heavy fights.
Yeah. The most rewarding thing was to see that he's growing up, he's getting smarter, he works on your principle of son, don't get hit. That's big in his mind.
And never give up.
Never give up. He'll never give up. He's got that desire. But I often get asked, how is he compared to Kostya? I said, there is no comparison. They share the same last name and they share the same genetics. And they bring a lot to the party, and I see things that Timmy does that remind me of you. But he's his own man, he's his own style. And going forward, I'm sure now that Tim Tszyu's name will stand alone, and we'll always have the legacy of Kostya Tszyu in the back there for support right through.
And I have no jealousy on it.
No, well, you're enjoying watching it from the sidelines.
Yes.
Russia can be harsh and cold, and you told me today minus 40. I mean, I can't even understand that.
First of all, this is the country where I come from originally.
Yeah.
It's not new for me. Of course, Moscow is independent country. It's not the city, it's a country in the country.
Yep.
But I get used to it. It took some time.
Yeah.
I'm well-known person.
Yeah.
It's a different story.
How is the celebrity? Tell the Australians, today for you in Russia, Timmy's just come back and he said, you've got no idea, Dad's a rock star. And I mean, it's been
I'm not
15
walking the street.
I know, well, we're going on what, 13 or 14 years since your last fight.
Yeah.
So tell us about the celebrity. What's it like for you on a daily basis?
I need to get security.
Right.
Just to walk through.
Yeah.
Not to protect me.
To get through?
To get through.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I can be mobbed.
You can't go down to grab a Diet Coke or a drink at the shop because it'll take you an hour to get home.
Not in my area, because people get used to see me.
Yeah, but outside of that.
Yeah, outside, I don't go. Or
amazing.
Another thing, head-on sunglasses.
Yeah, you're always on TV. You're always doing boxing. You're doing promotion. So the Tszyu fighter and the spirit is still there, and it's on display all the time. So your popularity would stay very high. Is there one fight that jumps out at you off these posters as a favourite? I mean, the Australians will always answer that question for me, and they'll all say Zab Judah. Did you actually have a favourite fight for your career?
The best performance, I think, is still Angel Gonzalez.
Great fight.
Yes, 10 round.
Very dirty Mexican, tough as nails, elbows, knees.
I stuck with my plan.
Yep.
Cool, no emotions.
Yep.
Just step by step, slowly, just breaking down.
You never fought after your fight?
No.
Retired him?
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's why it's good performance.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Another good one. I can't say it's the best performance, but one of the best lessons for me in the beginning of my career against Hector Lopez.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely. He gave me a hell of a
tough guy.
Tough fight.
And turned out years later,
become good friends.
Great friends. He came back here and spent time with us and fought on a card
That's
here.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, great friends. And that was one thing I always remember. All of those years together, after the fight, we always took the time to go and seek out the fighter in the dressing room and shake hands and just say, you know, anytime, any place, here's my number, call. And always put that time in with them so that you leave with a friendship that will last forever and a mutual respect regardless of the result. We had 7 fights in Newcastle. And it was like a second home for you up there. And
most of the fights I had.
Yeah, a lot of fights and a lot of great memories and great crowds and great atmosphere. And we, myself and Timmy's promoter, have talked about Tim bringing back the Tszyu name and the legacy again and doing another fight in Newcastle. And I mentioned it in passing at a meeting and it went like wildfire. We know we're not rushing Timmy into anything. And eventually the goal would be a world title. Where do you see Timmy in 5 years?
We're going to see myself in 10 years' time next to Tim.
Yep.
Carrying his kid, at least one kid. Hoping so.
Yep.
In terms of, let me visualize this.
Sure.
He's here, still in this gym.
Still taking care of business.
I see the black belt.
You do?
Black. WBA?
Yes, WBA.
Why?
WBO.
I never thought about WBA to start with.
Yeah.
But for some reason WBA came to my head.
So, Cos, 2020, Timmy Tszyu, main event, Moscow, Russia, with his father as the promoter. Just how big can this thing be?
I can't even imagine how big it can be. All Russia been waiting for me to fight there.
Yes.
We're gonna announce Tszyu coming to Russia to fight. It's a start.
Yeah, huge.
And then we're gonna bring attention further down the track. I'm not gonna say team fighting.
No, just Tszyu.
But you see, I'm learning to become.
Very good, mate. Yeah, you've learned beautifully.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes,
look,
it would be huge. And I'll make sure it's gonna be in a red square.
yeah. Red Square, biggest venue in Russia.
Not biggest venue.
It's just a big concourse. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
What do you do? Just build it as we go.
Usually you can't even do anything in a red square.
But you do know the boss there, Mr. Putin, is
Yeah.
a friend of yours. So you make the phone call.
Will do.
Get it done.
Yes.
That's about all I've got for you today because it's been a long day, but I just, for me personally, it's just great to have a mate back. I haven't seen you for a long time, but maybe next time we'll talk and have a giggle about some of the fun stuff that we got up to over the years and the likes. But great to see you, mate. Thanks for putting in the time today on camera. I know it's been 2 massive days of media for you.
Yeah.
And this is the last of it. And
For
now
today?
you've got to get in the ring and train your young bloke, Timmy, in the ring with you this afternoon. So, thank you.
Okay.